Alrighty, wow. Hello gamers, DBC Gamer, and welcome back to a brand new video today. If you can't tell, I am back here with Tiny Bunny. It has been a very long time since I've played this game. I'm gonna have to go through settings quick anyways, just to make sure everything's good. Everything. Yeah, auto read text there, good. It should be good. Alright, I don't think I can't load my game because as they said, it does reset everything. They did say that, before they put out this new chapter, but as you see here, I have beaten all of these, the Neverland and all that. And there's a lot more now, actually, if you see useful connect. Well, those are all... Okay, so these top three I know are from the one that I didn't beat. So Van Gogh, Team... My Precious, Caught Napping. There's a bunch of things that look weird here. But right now, I'm going to get into here. I'm going to go through and beat the first two chapters. I don't even know if I have to beat them in a certain way to get a certain ending. I don't know. But we're going to figure that out now. So let's just get into this. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this game. And I actually didn't expect to go back into this, but I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go do this for you guys. I have my mic is in a new position, so I'm gonna see if that helps with the clacking of the keyboard and whatever, because my keyboard is freaking loud. So we're gonna see what we can do. I also have to figure out how to... turn on Mr. Speaky.
Self-voicing enabled.
There we go.
It wandered the fields and howled like a hungry beast.
Okay, so now everything's set. I can now just go through here and skip, and is what I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys when I actually get to the new chapter. It's going to be a lot of skipping. Episode 1.
Episode 1. The owl will arrive.
Yes, he will. Oh, I'm actually really excited. I haven't played this game in so long. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
Mom, hide.
There we go. Episode 3 on end. On end. The wolf's gray fur will stand. What? Okay. So here we actually are. We're actually here now. I'm going to see if I can read this. I'm not probably going to be able to. So we'll see what happens. But... okay, so yeah, now we're at school and we see this. Okay, he's the one who hated Barberin. Okay, yeah, I'm immediately putting that on because I don't even know what that frickin'...
Kids, he's the one who hated Bob Urin.
Bob Urin? What the fuck kind of name is Bob Urin? What the fuck kind of name is that? Yes.
Kids, I've heard he's a weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
Self-voicing disabled.
He is definitely a weirdo. I heard
Self-voicing enabled.
rubbed my eyes. See, I can't read.
Rubbed my glasses. The glasses. Semyon was clutching them in his fist while
I'm just gonna let this do its
up.
thing because I can't speak. I'm stupid.
And in just a couple of hours, this lost item was lying on the ledge of my window.
Yeah.
It was hard to imagine that Syuma suddenly got guilty conscience and returned my glasses in such a strange way. I was shocked but kept walking toward the classroom, accompanied by nasty whispers all around me.
Yep.
That photo still stood before my eyes. Semyon has gone missing. Semyon is gone.
Yes, he is.
His fat fingers will never get to my throat, his signet ring won't smash into my chin, he'll never humiliate me again.
Alrighty.
Wasn't that what I wished for?
Yeah.
On the other hand, did I really wish Semyon to become a murky stain on the notice board? He was still someone's son, or a grandson, and he went through the same struggles as me.
Yeah, I guess. Even though he punched you in the face.
Did I really wish for my unseen companion to dispatch him in such a brutal fashion? I didn't know the answer. Or I was just scared of it. Nonetheless, school still had something nice about it.
You know, I miss this guy, I'm not gonna lie. I miss just this guy talking in my ear, because he's just got this voice that you remember.
The girl with the violin.
The girl with the
like
violin.
A mountain spring, like well water that you gulp down, pressing your lips against the zinc outer ring of a bucket, and can't ever get enough.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Remembering our walk yesterday cooled off my head.
Okay.
Paulina's hatred toward dogs, while understandable, was still alarming.
Yeah, very alarming. Fairly alarming. That is not okay.
Self-voicing disabled.
Any amount of anything. That is just not okay.
Self-voicing enabled.
The only thing I hate about
Paulina's hatred toward dogs, while understandable,
the only thing I hate about self-voicing is it pops the thing up there, which is really dumb, but I will obviously just put my webcam over it.
Could a charming girl like
the thing that's behind the webcam right now, behind me,
inside her heart? I immediately remembered my dad's shady past that recently resurfaced.
Yeah.
A person I idolized was the reason for us moving to this bleak countryside. At least he was, according to Mom's screams that were coming from the other side of the wall. Still, Paulina tried to defend me from a delinquent gang, even if she failed at it. She was pleading for Romka to leave me alone and gathered my belongings that were strewn around the forest while fighting tears. And when those bastards tried to drag her away, she resisted with all the might she had in her fragile body. In the end, she was the one to find my house, lost among the taiga, and told my dad that I lied there alone in the dark, abandoned in the middle of the forest after the beating.
True.
Maybe I'm being too harsh on her.
It's possible.
What if I make her one of the characters in the story I'll draw? The protagonist will save her from terrifying monsters.
That's true. That would be very nice, but I don't think she deserves it, seeing that she still kicked a fucking dog. She smiled at them kicking a dog. It's basically her kicking a dog. What am I gonna say? She's just kicking a dog here. But let's just be real.
As soon as I thought of monsters, a bunch of my classmates slid down the rails, smirking like the xenomorphs from the Alien.
I actually didn't see that movie, so... I
immediately felt larvae of fear ride in my stomach. I didn't want to cross paths with Romka and Biasha after what happened yesterday.
True.
Especially since Semyon suddenly went missing.
True.
Paulina seemed eager to talk to me, but her expression soured after noticing the aforementioned duo. And she walked past, leaving me a single sorry look.
Probably because she's scared. That's probably why.
I entered the classroom and went toward the last row. All of the chatter suddenly died down, so I walked there in complete silence. It felt like my classmates pushed and poked me with their stares. They carefully observed my every move. They looked at me with a mortifying mix of pity, ridicule, and derision. Like a scientist looks at an ugly representative of a newfound species of worms.
Oh?
I stared at the desk with a huge pile of library textbooks on top, my fists clenched. It felt like I was the one who disappeared in that snowy forest and my desk was finally used for something worthwhile. Semyon's empty chair stood in front of me. The chair that once belonged Vova was gathering dust somewhere in another classroom. Sit down.
Oh, okay.
Sit down.
Giving me options here now.
An old, cheap slide projector. I called this model a tank because it looked like one. There was a time when I had a lot of cool fairy tales that we used to watch with Dad in complete darkness. I remember Little Raccoon and One Who Sits in the Pond, Kipling's Mowgli, and many others. I was immediately swept away by the memory of the projector's hum, of its hot casing, of its bright rays hitting the wall, turning it into a screen. It's a pity that the school slides were mostly about minerals and PSAs.
True.
Sit down.
No, you sit down.
Sit down.
Don't tell me to sit down. Okay, is there anything? I'm just making sure there's nothing.
Every boy my age I knew had something like this in his arsenal. Powder firecrackers that blow up with a very loud sound.
Why is it in school though?
Especially inside an archway. It is said that they're produced in China and that a single one of them can blow your fingers off if you light it up and clutch it in your hand.
Probably.
Especially the black Corsair type. They won't be enough to blow up plastic soldiers, but when it comes to stuff made of plaster, they should work. Sit down.
Okay, so that's now everything, right? Got that. Got
Sit
that.
down.
There's nothing over there. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Who are you?
I looked at the portraits of classical writers. Last year, I was tasked with learning any poem, and Dad suggested I learn one about the dog Jim, written by Essenen.
Okay.
I don't remember all the stanzas by now, but the last one was somehow deeply ingrained in my memory. I'm sure she'll come here.
Okay.
In my absence. Please catch her eye. Go kiss her hand for me, for all my real or fancied errors asking forgiveness of her in humility. Sit down.
Alright.
Sit down.
Now I have
Sit
nothing.
down.
Is it bad that I
Sit
just
down.
realized that the mouse doesn't show through, like, the recording? Which, it's not a problem. I actually like that it did that.
Sit down.
But it took me that long to realize it, which is the problem here. Okay, now I can actually sit down. There's nothing else to
After
grab.
a moment of hesitation, I sat down at Bob Urin's desk, the place where I was supposed to be assigned by Lilia Pavlovna at first. The chatter resumed, as if someone just unpaused a movie.
Бабушка Бабурина такой кипиш устроила, когда он домой не явился.
Well, fuck you too. Whatever that means. Wait, you didn't even...
Self-voicing disabled.
Read it, please!
Self-voicing enabled. Katya, Bob Urin's grandma made such a fuss when he didn't return home.
Сначала в школу прибежала, потом ментов
First she
вызвала.
ran to the school, then called the cops.
Да-да-да.
Yes, yes, yes.
Katya snuck a cunning glance at me, then leaned into her neighbor and whispered something. Girls from the second row also leaned in. She shared something with them, too. Whispers, nods. I kept catching her stare on myself.
Don't talk shit!
Her neighbor stared.
She's talking shit!
The whole class was watching me. It was like they felt the need to watch me because
She's talking shit!
they were searching for traces of blood on my fingers.
Because she's talking shit!
I wanted to defend myself and shout, "Guys, listen, I'm innocent." The delinquents turned around and stared at me in silence.
I want to know why they're looking, because they know what happened. They beat him up and then left with him. They know that he didn't kill him. So why the fuck are you over here with your big head ass looking at him like this? Like...
Their looks were dripping with malice. But why?
But why? But why?
What did I do to them? Their friend went missing and they're still focused on me.
Exactly.
Suddenly, I noticed Biasha drilling a hole in my nose with his eyes. It felt like he was about to point his finger at me and shout at the top of his lungs. "Everyone, look. Bob Urin snatched his glasses yesterday. And now he has them back. Murderer." But he remained
Okay.
silent as if there was nothing special at all about my glasses.
There shouldn't be, because he literally walked away with the fucking big dude. I don't remember his name. I think it's Buren, whatever his name was. Frickin'...
I may be going mad, but I think
I'm going
Biasha
mad.
knows something. He knows something but he won't tell me what.
Exactly.
Roma gave me a meaningful glance, as if reminding me of his promise.
Well,
King
promise.
Temple reminded me of it. I needed to stay away from Paulina. As if looking for protection, I clutched the ruler until my hand hurt.
Не надо быть Коломбо, чтобы
You don't have to
догадаться.
be Columbo to solve this. Columbo?
Katya, you don't have to be Columbo to solve this.
Columbo. What the fuck does that mean?
Кто на Бабурина зуб?
Who held a grudge against Buren?
Кто его вчера
Who
ударил?
hit him yesterday,
Весь
bullied
дебошир,
him,
а
and then...
после-
The metal ruler fell
Excuse
out of
me?
my weak fingers. It hit the floor with a jingle and that made the other kids shudder.
Oh boy, I dropped a fucking ruler. Calm the fuck down.
Katya bit her tongue and squirmed nervously.
Okay.
Chairs scraped against the floor. My classmates moved away from me, closer to the exit, toward the teacher's desk. I was not the only one to catch wind of that change. Romka and Biasha looked around and winced in contempt. Too bad that they weren't afraid of me like everybody else.
Да прикуси ты!
Excuse me? Shut up? Who are you talking to?
Бабурин, небось, бабкой посрал.
I bet you Bjorn just got a whipping from his old hag and ran off.
Скоро найдёт.
They'll find him soon.
Найдется.
They'll find him
Ага.
alright.
Во овраге.
In a
со
ravine
вспоротым
with his
брюхом.
stomach cut open.
I gulped.
Me too.
I imagined sitting
God.
on a snowy blanket.
Oh, God.
Face, white like a fish belly.
Oh, God.
Split down the middle by the crevice of
Oh,
his mouth.
God.
Snowflakes falling on his glassy eyes
Oh,
and filling up his throat.
God.
See, I could almost hear his condescending tone.
Oh,
It's all your fault.
no.
But why was Semyon
Oh,
the only one get
God.
his just desserts for bullying me? Weren't all of them supposed to disappear? Romka, Bisha, Katya, along with every laughing onlooker?
What did that say? Wait, it flashed too quick. What did it say? What did it
Thanks
say?
to him,
What the
my
fuck?
classmates now stared
It said
at
big
me.
something. Big boy, is that what it said? Because that's what he is.
That was only one side of the coin.
Okay.
What if I'll have to repay that favor soon?
Maybe.
The door creaked. Paulina entered the classroom.
Hey.
I straightened up in a hurry so she wouldn't see me looking like a scared critter. Paulina found me with her eyes, gave me a short nod, and went to her seat.
What's up?
Katya rushed to her neighbors again, like a lab rat that saw a treat, and started whispering.
Who the fuck's she
pushing her
whispering
gaze
to?
between me and Paulina. Messages on pieces of paper started jumping around the classroom. The ringer's trill announced the start of the class.
Так, заканчиваем бардак.
Alright, stop messing around. Class, stand up.
Петров, тебя
You
что,
too,
касаться?
Petrov.
Lilia Pavlovna went to her desk, followed by a policeman in a uniform.
Oh god, no. Oh god, no, not this dude. Oh god, he was the one from the first chapter that knocked on the door. He was like, do you wanna build a snowman?
Do you wanna build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snow.
It was the man that visited us just recently, tall, and his stare so sharp you
Told
could
ya.
get cut on it.
Здрасте.
Hello there, kids.
Здравствуйте!
Ow, hello. Hi.
Садитесь,
You can sit down, kids.
познакомьтесь. Это
This is
старший
Senior
лейтенант
Lieutenant
Константин
Constrain
Владимирович
Vadalamorakchak Kakashanasavaja. That's what I got out of that. That sound about right?
Glossary.
Oh shit, that's... Wait, not what I wanted.
Teacher.
Thank you.
This is Senior Lieutenant Konstantin Vladimirovich Tikhanov.
What did you just say?
Он задаст вам
He's going to
несколько
ask you a
вопросов
couple of
и
questions and
проведет
give you a small
небольшую лекцию
PSA.
по безопасности.
The class livened up. Talking to a policeman was way better than studying.
True. He's tall.
I, on the other hand, was ready to sit through hundreds of hours of Russian literature just to escape the lieutenant's oppressive stare.
He is dead
His
staring
brown
you.
eyes felt around the classroom, looking for me.
Yeah.
Hair stood on the back of my neck, and an icicle had lodged in my gut.
А правда,
It
что
is true
бабулину
that Bjorn got
маньяк
killed by a
убил?
serial killer.
Екатерина,
Shh.
ну-ка цыц.
Alexander.
Вопросы здесь
Let the
взрослые
adults
задают.
ask questions here. What the fuck? Is that your name? Exatorina? Extraterrestrial? Is that your name? Jeez. Like, what are the names?
Всем
We're all
страшно.
scared.
Может, убийца
Maybe the killer is
где-то
somewhere
рядом?
close. Oh boy, shut up, girl. Just shut up. And by the way, why'd the quality just go down like 5%? Maybe they're even sitting among us. Shut the
Her
f-
sly stare was directed at me.
I'm gonna sly stare her fucking face with my fist.
Tikhanov stepped in between the rows of desks
Oh,
and
my
started
eye.
walking at an excruciatingly slow pace,
My eye just started
brushing his
bugging.
fingers against the chairs he passed by. Some of the students almost broke their necks following his movements. That's how a crowd of commoners would gleefully anticipate a public execution in the Middle Ages.
Is
And
it?
he just walked, getting closer and closer to me.
He better not.
I gritted my teeth to stop myself from screaming. Calm down, breathe.
Get back.
You didn't kill or kidnap anyone.
You true. True. So true.
He already
Ah.
knew the answer to his question, but the policeman still asked in a stern voice.
Петров Антон?
Anton Petrov. What's up?
Да.
Yeah. What's up?
Встань, Петров.
Stand up, Petrov. Okay, hold on. I'm just
Self
gonna
voicing disabled.
disable that for a second so I can see your head. Now I'll turn it back on.
Self-voicing enabled.
It's
My
so bad.
muscles turned to stone.
Uh-huh.
I got up, unglued myself from the chair. I felt like I could hear all my joints creak in the process. I only wished that Paulina wouldn't turn around and see the grimace of horror on my face.
Yeah.
If only I could be somewhere far away, in the forest, digging myself into a snow pile, rolling up into a ball there. The officer stared at me as if he was about to lock a pair of handcuffs on my wrists. I wonder how cold these bracelets are to the touch. I imagined myself getting jailed,
Don't.
and put into a juvenile detention center, where tens of Semyons would constantly harass me.
Harris?
Я ничего не знаю.
I don't know anything. I have nothing to do with this.
А тебя никто и не
Nobody's accusing
обвиняет.
you of anything.
Пока что.
For now.
Only then I noticed a file that said Case No in his hand. It had a gray cover, made from rough carton. It flopped onto the desk like a guillotine blade that slid down on someone's neck.
Oh, pfft.
With a measured motion, Tikhanov opened the file, still studying me with his gaze. I caught a glimpse of documents and photos. They showed prints on the snow. They looked like animal prints.
Ты с Семеном Бабуриным
Have you
общался?
talked to Simeon Bolbwin before?
Я знал его всего один
I
день.
only knew him for one day.
Все знают.
Everyone knows that Petrov hated him.
Ненавидел.
I turned red. You ugly bitch.
Yo, whoa, wait a minute.
I wanted to sink my teeth into Katya's face and chew out her cheek.
Okay, that's a problem.
Instead, I replied with the calmest voice.
But that
I
was
could
hilarious,
muster.
calling her a bitch. That made me laugh.
Мы повздорили вчера.
We had a fight yesterday,
Но он первый начал.
but he started it,
Я его ударил.
so I hit him.
Сильно?
How hard did you hit him?
Да нет.
Not that
да.
hard. I mean,
I waved my hand indecisively. Tikhanov looked at my fist as if he was surprised that I managed to hit the big kid from the photo.
that.
Surprisingly, Lilia Pavlovna came to my rescue.
Бабурин проблемный подросток.
Bavarian
Щёлкает
is a
здесь.
troubled teen, a true pain to the rear.
Сам ко всем лет.
Always picking fights with other kids.
The officer replied with a meaningful nod and fished out a notebook out of the file.
Are those drugs? Was that drug? Notebook. Algebra.
Это
Grade-
твое?
Is this yours?
I averted my gaze. It was a math notebook with my name on it. My classmates devoured me greedily with their eyes. It felt like even the writers on the portraits squinted at me in suspicion.
Моё.
Yeah.
В лесу
We
нашли.
found this in the forest.
Там же
In
тракторист,
the area
что
where
снег
the
убирал, в
tractor
последний раз видел
driver who was
Бабурина.
plowing snow there last saw
I started
Bavarian.
blinking in bewilderment. Romka ransacked my school bag. This notebook probably just got lost somewhere in the bushes.
Probably.
The lieutenant knew about the school brawl, but was he aware of the fight in the forest clearing?
Nope.
I had witnesses that could testify to Semyon and I walking in different directions after that. I looked toward the boys, hopeful. Romka, who sat behind Tikhanov, put a finger to his lips.
Yeah, right. Like he's
And when
gonna
the
say
officer
anything.
quickly turned around, he pretended to pick on his nose. I deciphered his signal. Boys like Romka would probably say something like snitches get stitches. In a situation like this,
Yeah.
I frantically fixed my glasses. Wait, Semyon took them away yesterday but now they're...
Так что ты делал вчера
So
в
what
лесу,
are you
Антон?
doing in the forest yesterday, Anton?
Я в школу
I got
через
to
лес
school
хожу.
through the forest.
Могла выпасть
I could
легко.
easily have fallen. It could have easily fallen out of my bag.
Easily, just like me producing this half-truth.
Будь осторожнее.
Be careful out there.
Before I could realize whether it was a genuine piece of advice or a veiled threat, the teacher said,
Класс.
Class, the
А
officer
сейчас
will now
лейтенант
tell
расскажет
you
о правилах,
about some
которые вам
rules you should
необходимо
follow.
соблюдать.
So the killer doesn't exist?
Пока мы
We can't
ничего
make
вам
any
сказать не можем.
of this public for now.
Но есть преступник или
Whether
нет,
the
вы
criminal
должны
really
четко
exists or
помнить о
not,
собственной
you should be
безопасности.
mindful of your safety.
Вас бережет
The police,
милиция.
your parents,
Вас опекают
and your
родители и
teachers
учителя.
all watch over
Но
you,
в первую
but no
очередь
one,
защищать
no
себя
one
должны вы
guard
сами.
you better than yourself.
Итак,
Alright,
кто там
any
что хотел
questions?
узнать?
No,
a
fuck your
stockade
questions.
of arms rose from the desks. The kids shouted over each other, swarming the policemen with questions. In an attempt to calm down that chorus, he moved toward the blackboard. The gray file was left lying in front of me. I stared at it, my breathing so ragged that I might have looked like someone who just ran a 100-meter sprint. Beads of sweat rolled down my back. I looked around the classroom. My classmates were catching officers' every word. Only Romka was saying something to Biasha. Lilia Pavlovna was staring into the window, fighting back yawns.
Так, так, так.
Open.
Объявлять комендантский час, причин
Skip,
пока
open,
нет.
skip,
Wait,
open.
what? Skipper!
open, skip, open,
Слишком
skip,
мало времени
open.
What is-
с момента исчезновения вашего-
Oh, that's cool how he's moving, I like that. But what do you mean skip?
Skip.
Мы всё
Like
время
skip the
еще
class?
вернётся живым и здоровым. Но сразу после уроков.
Nobody paid me any mind, so I slowly opened the file. My fingers started sifting through the documents. Ksenia Talalava, 6 years old. Left her home sometime in December. Identifying features, okay. My heart almost jumped out from the ribcage.
Me too.
A round-faced girl no older than Olya smiled at me from the photo. The first victim of a serial killer? The first child to disappear in the forest without a trace? I turned another page. Vladimir Matyukin, 10 years old. Vova was the second. His mitten,
Why?
hanging from the branch. His name, called out by desperate adults and repeated by the sneering echo. Lilia Pavlovna coughed, trying to calm down the rowdy students.
That was weird.
I yanked my hand away, and the file closed.
I almost heard like a door open. I don't know if it was in the game or in my...
Open.
Говорим о диких животных. Как известно, в наших лицах
Okay,
водятся
what?
волки,
Open.
медведи, лисы.
Wait, it just
Open.
sent me back here.
И близко не подходят.
What?
Но бывают животные
Wait,
бешеные.
what?
Skip.
Не бегите.
As soon as I touched the folder, Tikhanov lashed at me with his eyes.
Hi!
My hand instinctively moved away, as if that stare actually hurt. The officer just kept staring at me without saying a word, making me squirm under the weight of this uncomfortable silence and the sneering looks
Okay.
of my classmates.
И не д-
The officer finished his lecture and started searching around with his eyes. Finally, he noticed the folder he left on my desk,
And
put
finally?
it silently under his arm, and went toward the blackboard without looking back.
So I'm guessing if I skipped, it would have just sent me right here. Is what I'm guessing. I just took
И
the long
еще
route.
раз.
Let me say this again.
Если вы
If you
заметите
see
в поселке
anyone
кого-то
suspicious in the
подозрительного,
village,
неважно,
be
возле
it
школы или на лесной
near the
тропинке,
school or
сразу
on the
сообщайте
forest
милицию.
trail, contact the police immediately.
Телефон-то знаете?
You know our number, right? 02.
Спасибо, ребята.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls. Why is it 02?
Спасибо, Лилия
Thank you,
Павловна.
Lily Povolona.
И это,
And ahem, we will
одноклассника
find
вашего мы
your
найдем.
classmate.
You right? A thought flashed through my mind. Dig through enough ditches and maybe you'll be able to piece him together.
Ha!
Like Legos.
Like
My
Legos.
thoughts turned evil for some reason, and I couldn't control them. I tried to switch to the lieutenant's speech about suspicious individuals. What if I saw the killer before? What if I was a hair's breadth away from them? Suspicious people? How suspicious was the fox girl that wandered in
Yeah.
the darkness? A
She
weirdo that
was
always
pretty.
appears out of nowhere and then dissolves into thin air with her riddles and rhymes? Could she really harm the hulking Semyon? Should I tell the officer about her?
I don't know.
What if lives of other kids depend on this? Of the cute case Nia, and Vova too? Wait, what if I get mocked for speaking out? What if they'll start whispering behind my back, or what's even worse, think that I'm insane?
It's possible.
Romka gave me a stern look over the shoulder. I
you
doubt
looking at?
someone like him would approve of cooperating with the police.
Nah.
Katya's braid dangled nervously behind the delinquents sitting in front of me. My hand was glued to the desk. Tikhanov was saying goodbye to Lilia Pavlovna. He was about to leave. It'll be too late soon.
Oh god, now here is my big thing. Should I tell him about the creepy fox bitch? Or should I stay silent about the creepy fox bitch? But this is actually really... Okay,
Self-voicing
take that
disabled.
off for a second. This is actually a very interesting thought here. I'm not actually sure what I should do. I think this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. I'm going to make this into a part 2. I'll literally get it out the next day. Don't worry about it. It won't be too long or anything. And I didn't want to do this, honestly. But I know the next point is going to be very long. So what I want you guys to do is go in the comments right now. Tell me, what ending should I do? Should I tell him about the creepy fox bitch? Or should I not tell him about the creepy fox bitch? And then I do know probably a lot of you already know how the game, this chapter ends and everything. Obviously, there's going to be another choice. If there is another choice, you can comment and tell me what choice I should pick for that too, because I'll probably get to it in the next episode, which will actually be in, like, pretty soon. It probably won't take me that long. But we will see what happens. So, yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. As always, go subscribe to my That Random Little Kid channel. I do dumb skits, dumb shit all the time. Go check it out. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I will be sending more Tiny Bunny to you really soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and goodbye!